Greetings, everyone. Listen, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is your girl, Janae Evans, and we are back again today with another episode where we're talking about the truth about alopecia. So, before we get into this episode of the truth about alopecia, let's take care of a little business first, guys. Listen, if you haven't done so already, please go over there and hit that like button. Do that for your girl. My goodness. Listen, then while you over there hitting that like button, go ahead on and change on over there and hit that subscribe button for me. So you can come on and join the family and be a part of what we're doing over here on this channel. And listen, if you know of somebody that's dealing with alopecia and they have just is bothering them. Sis. If alopecia is just bothering them, my God, they just wondering where is my hair going. As you can see on this first slide here, I got under the caption, our hair is our glory. So where is it going, honey? If you know of anybody that's wondering what's going on with my hair follicles and what's going on under my scalp, come on and share this video with them so we can get some insight together on what could possibly be going on as to why we're losing our hair. And then, we may find out and become enlightened on some things, which would also shed some light on as to why we're losing our hair. Okay, so listen, again, if you haven't done so already, please make sure you like, subscribe, and then listen, go on and share that video with somebody. I am so glad that you all were here to come and share with me in this series, because it's so important, guys, that we be informed. Listen, my favorite thing is to talk about my faith, and I'm not ashamed to talk about it. And the Bible tells us, over there in the scriptures say, my people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge, y'all. We around here failing and messing up because we refuse to go search things out. My God. So let's find out the truth about alopecia. So in this episode, we're going to talk about some of the different types of alopecia. And so how it affects, different people, and how it affects, the hair growth for some. Okay, so this first type of alopecia we're going to be discussing today is called androgenic alopecia. Okay, and this refers to the type of alopecia that's hereditary. And again, y'all, that alopecia is hair loss. Simple as that. And as you know, in these series, I want to remind you, I'm in teaching mode. So if you get distracted easily, go ahead on and run and get your fidget spinner before we get started. Go ahead and get your stress ball so it can help you focus, because I'm gonna teach a little change so we can understand the truth about alopecia. And again, this first one we're talking about is androgenic alopecia, which is that hereditary hair loss. Okay, or it's called male pattern baldness, or it's called female pattern baldness. And listen, it's the most common, guys, in about 50% of all people. That female pattern baldness and that male pattern baldness, it's common. Okay, and that female pattern baldness, it often results, let me show you here on my little slide here, that female pattern baldness, it also results in thinning all over the scalp. Okay, or it could also look like thinning, a widening of your part, on that side of your hair where you wear your part. If you notice your part getting a little wider and wider, then you may be experiencing some type of alopecia. And it's possibly, if it's something that occurs within your family, then it's possibly androgenic, which is hereditary baldness. Okay, but the male pattern baldness is typically involves a progressive hair loss that starts around those temples, that temple area. Let me see if I can show you. It starts around that temple area. if you can look at this graphic here, and then it goes over into the crown of the head. If you can notice in this graphic here, the more shinier, smoother part, that's that crown of the head, and it pretty much creates like an M shape. So you'll see it here around the temples, and then going back into the crown of the head. That's how male pattern baldness looks, as opposed to female pattern baldness, which pretty much starts in a certain area, guys, and it spreads. um genetics also plays a major part in dealing with androgenic alopecia. Okay. And however, factors such as stress levels, malnutrition, and medications also affect baldness. Okay. So unfortunately, uh, genetic hair loss, which is that androgenic alopecia, genetic hair loss cannot be reversed. But listen, there are some steps that you can take to slow down or either maximize the potential of your hair growth. Okay, so all is not lost. Okay, with hereditary hair loss, some of the things that is suggested that you do to slow down genetic hair loss or that androgenic alopecia is adopt a healthy lifestyle. Listen, because a lot of the time some of the hair loss that people are experiencing is what you're putting inside of your body. Is a basic, sometimes it could be even a cry out. Your body is crying out and trying to let you know, listen, it's something wrong with me, sis. Go get me checked out. When you just losing hair sporadically or even just gradually over time, don't just ignore that. Take the initiative to find out what your body is trying to say to you. Why is your hair uh breaking? Why is it coming out? Why is it shedding extra? Let me show you this graphic here, where if you're even experiencing various levels of shedding, that could be something that your body is crying out, trying to let you know it's something on the inside wrong. Is I don't even have, I'm lacking something, or I need more attention. So listen, don't just ignore these signs that our bodies are telling us and giving us. Because listen, this graphic to the left right here with the brush and the hand, that's basically a normal type shedding, because we normally shed about 50 to 100 hairs a day. All of these strings of hair coming out your scalp, they are all at some point of the hair growth process. If you go back and review episodes 1 and 2, then you'll get an understanding of the hair growth process. So at any given time, either one of those strings of hair coming out your scalp is going through some type of hair, one of those hair growth processes. So if you're seeing just a normal shedding, which is basically what you see in the visual to the left, then that's pretty normal. Don't be overwhelmed or surprised if you see something similar or less than that. That's okay. That's normal shedding. But this visual to the right, if you're seeing big clumps and large masses of hair coming out your scalp, honey, don't be ignoring that. Get that stuff checked out. And again, one of the things that we can do, to kind of slow down, this male pattern or the female pattern baldness, which is most likely genetic. It can be slowed down, and you can put in the work to maximize your hair growth. And again, I want to remind you, one of those things that you can do is adopt a healthy lifestyle. Some of the times we going all through, our day, and you get too busy to take care of yourself, and then you just start, it's so customary and it's common to just ignore the warning signs coming from your own body. But listen, let me tell you something. Can I be real with you today? Listen, if you don't take care of yourself, honey, if you gone and dead and gone. Them people ain't gonna do nothing but put a plaque up on the wall and say, sis or bro was a really good person, and they gonna replace you because you decided not to pay attention to your body, your warning signs, and take care of yourself. Listen, and your hair was probably the first thing telling you, listen, come check me out. Come check out our body and let's see what's going on with us. Okay? So listen, adopt a healthy lifestyle. Take that time to do some self-care, okay? And that way you can live long, huh? Come on now. We gotta live long around here. My goodness. So listen. Another thing that you can do to slow down and maximize your hair growth potential is these are just some options that I'm showing you are available, to that help tackle the issues with hair loss. Maybe some of you have been considering treatments, as far as what to do as far as getting your hair having your hair loss treated. Some of the treatments include, let me show you what I found. Rogaine. Rogaine is a popular one. It's a topical medication that's rubbed or it's applied to the scalp or the head or the area where you're losing hair. That's a topical treatment. And then there is Propecia, which is the image to the right, and that's an oral medication. Okay. Then there is the option of hair transplant surgeries. These are just options, if you were considering, what can be done. This is where they take hair from areas where it's growing and areas where the hair is full, and they replace. They take the hair from those areas where hair is, and they transplant it to the areas where hair is not. Okay, and if you can see in this image, this is an area where hair follicles were transplanted, and then over time those hair follicles began to go ahead and do the work that they were designed to do, and then in hopes that they go ahead and produce hair like they should. Okay, so that's basically another type of treatment. And then there is the laser or red light hair growth treatments. That's this little contraption here to the left where it's red light therapy, where well, and then to the treatment to the right, which is that platelet rich plasma therapy. These two are still under scientific review. They're still just like in testing phases. They do have them out on the market, for sale, and they're for sale as far as this iris store procedure with the with the red light therapy, and then the platelet rich plasma therapy. There are some doctors that are performing these treatments as well, and it's not very much information out there, but apparently what it does is just encourage and promote hair growth in some type of scientific way. If you are interested or if you've heard of these, feel free to, first of all, that's what I'm here for, to encourage you to go do your research. Check it out, sis, before you just start going to buy this stuff. Go find out and see if it can be beneficial for you. And then of course, then those are your options. But that um androgenic alopecia, that's the male pattern or the female pattern baldness, though that's a very, very common type of alopecia. And again, as I stated earlier, it's common, ladies, and it is definitely something that I have seen lots of people deal with. And of course, it's very disheartening. It's very it's overwhelming when you get to a point where you're seeing your hair is coming out and you don't understand what's going on. I want to just enlighten you and encourage you on some of the things. First of all, you need to be watching out for, and then next, just encouraging you not to ignore it. Go and pay attention to these signs that our bodies are giving us, and so we can, make conscious decisions about how we can further, enhance the quality of our life. Listen, and, and let me tell you something. I said it before, but I'm gonna say it again. I'm giving these brief videos about alopecia again because it's something that I see in the salon often. You can imagine. I'm talking about it ranges from children, adults to the elderly. Alopecia is non-discriminate. It discriminates against no one. And the first thing that we look to do is cover it up, which is we're there at the salon to, offer that service. But before we begin to just start giving you options, to cover it up and disguise it, we also make sure we encourage you. And I hope all stylists are doing that. Encourage you to go and find out what's going on with you, with your skin, or even inside of your body as to why you are experiencing hair loss. So listen, we are going to go ahead and conclude this video where we were talking about just that androgenic alopecia, which is the male pattern baldness, or the female pattern baldness, which is genetic, and unfortunately it can't be reversed. But there is something again you can do, and let's make sure that you're taking care of yourself and paying attention to what's going on with your body. So listen, y'all, thank you so much for joining me today in this episode of The Truth About Alopecia. Again, if you have not done so already, please make sure you like and subscribe. And if you know somebody who is dealing with alopecia, share this video with them so we can go ahead and be knowledgeable and be conscious about our bodies and about our hair. We can be our brother's keeper, our sister's keeper. Come on now. It ain't just my foe and no more. Let's take care of each other. Let's help inform and encourage one another. Listen, so till we meet again, I wish you more love. I wish you more light. I wish you more grace and more peace, honey. Listen, don't you let nobody take your peace here. Bye.